What's good? What's good? Welcome to the late night talk show featuring the one and only DJ Joe Brown. And we got a special treat for you tonight. We'll be interviewing JMacHeartAttack, okay, tonight. So I want you to buckle up and take a seat, or take a seat, then buckle up, whatever the thing, whatever you call yourself, whatever you got going on. I broadcast live on liveme.com. I'm talking about liveme.com. I just got done broadcasting on liveme.com. I'm broadcasting live on IG right now, Instagram, okay? And in just a few moments, we'll be hearing from JMacHeartAttack. He's in the building right now. Shout out to JMac in the building. Shout out to everybody that's coming through. Okay, it's currently on top of the hour, and we slap in the middle of the week. Okay, and listen, I just got done doing Hayes and Joe podcast called The Real Vibes with Hayes and Joe. We just got done doing that, Girl Code versus Guy Code. Shout out to Miss Barry. Shout out to, is that my best friend in the building? Shout out to my best friend in the building. What's up with you, girl? How you doing? Shout out to everybody in the building on IG. We're definitely broadcasting live on Spreaker.com, and that song that I'm playing in my background is JMacHeartAttack, okay, a rock star that we're going to be interviewing tonight right here on a late night talk show, okay, featuring me, head ass. How y'all doing today? I took a break last night. Last night I took a nice little break, had a day off. We got a lot of stuff that's coming up this weekend, okay? I got my new artist that just signed to DJ Joe Brown Productions. I'll also be giving him an interview. I love you too, bestie. How you doing? So yes, I definitely will be interviewing my independent artist from DJ Joe Brown Productions record label, Debo, on Saturday at 10 p.m. You don't want to miss that. Now, I was supposed to start the late night talk show tonight around 10 tonight, but I had to do the Real Vibes with Hayes and Joe podcast. Well, we did Girl Code versus Guy Code. Very interesting. You don't want to miss out on that. All right. But tonight, I got a special treat. We definitely gonna be checking out JMac's music. JMac, you still in the building, man? With this quarantine vibe, we gotta do stuff virtually. You know what I'm saying? We gotta beam up people and go live and connect with people and stuff like that. Okay, so let's get JMac up here. Let's start this live interview right here on IG Live. I've been doing the clips lately. Okay? I've been doing the clips lately. What's good, brother? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, DJ Joe Brown? How's it going?
Pretty good.
Going great over here on my end.
Okay, nice to meet you, man. I've been checking you out all day.
For sure.
I've been checking you out all day.
Shout out to Gang Mob, everybody for putting me on, and I'm excited to be here tonight.
Okay, cool. Okay, y'all go make sure y'all follow JMacHeartAttack3 on all music platforms. Okay. I love the photo. First of all, I want to tell you I love the photo on your album, the cover photo. Y'all make sure y'all type in JMac on iTunes. It's beautiful. I like the purple. I like the who did that cover photo for you?
So that photo was taken right there in the studio over in Victorville, where I get a lot of my production work done. Mm-hmm. It was just the natural lighting and the
you know what? I just realized the background. I just realized the background of who that is. Engineer and producer, Honey. Yes.
Now you see.
Yes. Okay. So I listen to your music. Tell me first, what made you get into even doing music? What got you the nerve to even do music?
Yeah, so my music career started out very early for me. I started making music when I was around 10 years old. My parents, they introduced me to a guitar teacher, and I started learning to play an instrument around that age. And as I was learning to start playing guitar, my guitar teacher was proactive on getting me shows and stuff while I was like at that age. And like at the time, I didn't really understand like all of the management and everything that went behind it. I was just playing songs, and I was just getting this new recognition. So I started out performing very young, and as I started progressing with that, I went into a couple of extracurriculars in middle school, doing a band when I was there, and then progressing on, I was doing a lot of music electives in high school, performing as well during that time, and that's where it all started, was around 10 years old.
Okay, cool.
I got a lot of different performances that I started out with, like doing like retirement homes, like coffee shops, and that sort of thing. It's pretty awesome.
So have you always seen yourself as an entertainer?
I have. I've always seen myself as an entertainer.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so where did the energy come behind this album, this particular album? Because I heard some stuff on SoundCloud as well. But what was the energy behind this album right here?
So the energy behind that album is, it was a long time coming. That album was really started in 2013 when I had graduated high school and went to the military. I started writing a lot when I was doing my military career, and a lot of my album, it has like a vibe that is like accomplishment, has a lot of like outgoing and like showing out for like I've been doing a lot of different like careers and everything to try to get me to this point in my music career. So the album is like really just, the energy is like
it's lit. It's very lit.
Positivity, like it's like I've done it, I've accomplished this, like this is like the culmination of like a long time's like work of preparation, and I've gotten myself to a point where I can start building up more, because like I've gotten myself on Spotify now. I've gotten like a Hollywood production released. And really, that's all the energy I was carried with this album, is a real accomplishment. Long time, a lot of goals that I had to meet before I could get to this point where I am today.
Do you think the timing of you doing the album, because it took you a few years to, really get the gist of it?
Well,
do you think the timing was good?
It took me like 5 years to like write some of like the feels in the song, but it took me about 9 months worth of production and education at college to get the beats produced, the lyrics recorded, and yeah, it was very strenuous. It was very difficult because I was in a new environment in Hollywood. I was in college, new people and everything, and I was trying to make this album, and that was like my main drive, was to like get this produced, find out how to distribute it, and then put it out there.
So, what did you go to college for exactly?
Audio production.
Okay. So with that knowledge, because when I listened to the beats, did you do your own beats, right?
So I produced half of the beats on that album. Okay. The other half were produced by third-party producers.
Okay. But you know how to put all that stuff together.
Yes, I do. I use Logic Pro. I use Pro Tools. I have my own MIDI equipment. I have some synth sounds that I like to use. I like to use Native Instruments. Those are my favorites.
So when you went to college, do you think, or because you're still in college, right?
Yes, I'm still in college.
So do you use that same education and technique? Well, did you use that same education and technique to finish this album?
Yes. My album, I had used a lot of the information and education that I learned at Los Angeles Film School. Shout out Los Angeles Film School. I got a lot of knowledge on like delay and reverb. I got a lot of knowledge on like sequencing, like MIDI and like quantizing and like doing a lot of like of techniques for putting that stuff together.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a lot. Got a lot up on your belt. I didn't know it was that serious, but once I seen, most of audio engineers, they do this type of stuff. They eventually put out albums and stuff like that.
I've always been an artist. Like, I don't see myself as like a producer. Like, I can produce my own stuff, and I can produce. But I've always been a performer. I've always been an entertainer. I've always like been one to like get in front of a crowd and be outgoing and be like bringing that energy. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I really like to put myself out there, and I don't like to be like behind the camera. I like being in front of the camera.
Okay.
In front of the audience.
Okay, so what's some of the goals that you did accomplish while creating this album, personally?
So while I was creating this album, I was doing college for one. I was doing a couple of like entrepreneurial extracurricular studies, which was made. I did that so that I could get some side hustles to fuel my my creativity. So I've gotten a couple of licenses. I got licensed to sell life insurance. Okay. I'm currently getting my license to sell real estate. Like, that's on its way. I just submitted the application for that. And
okay, great.
I've been working. Say again?
I said great.
Yeah. It was like 6 months of straight grinding for that study, and I'm really proud of it. Like, it was a lot of going home from work. Like, I work Postmates like every single day for like 12 hours a day. Now I come home and I'll get that studying done, and like Hollywood really got me driven and focused towards like making sure that I'm stable and everything doing this profession. So those are some really awesome accomplishments I got done while working on this album.
Okay, then. Okay, so how do you feel that the internet has impacted the music business?
The internet has impacted the music business by doing so many different things. Like, for one, it's putting like the power of the creation back into the artists and the producers. Like, a lot of these these big name like companies or whatever, like they're still holding their their position with their audience and their demographic, but like with the innovation of putting music out like on the internet, like just like out there, has given like the artists and producers that little step up to getting their music released and heard, and that has been a huge impact on the music industry that I've seen, with the with the SoundCloud movement,
which is a big movement. Yeah. Okay, then. So, what person in your life inspired you to make music?
I would have to say that my friend Daniel Pippin, he was one of my best friends in high school, and he was one of my producer buddies who helped me get to like he helped me get to a point when I was in high school, just learning to do productions, and he gave me a lot of like background on like different types of genres, different ways to like sequence like beats and notes in order to like create said genres. And he was a very, very big influence, you know, in my life, because, you know, he was part of my gang for one. Like, I had a bunch of friends in high school that we all just like, we all had a bunch of fun together. But, you know, he was the one who was doing music stuff as well. And we made music like on Fruity Loops together. So that was where like my production really began, was when I was hanging out with him.
Okay, then.
And he has a song on my SoundCloud called Love Light. He actually produced that one, but he gave it to me because he's not doing production anymore, and I really like that one. It really went well with the song that comes on after that on my SoundCloud, and it just like flows really well. So shout out to him, Daniel Pippin. He's one of my best friends from Indiana.
Who would you like to most collaborate with?
Who would I like to collaborate with? I say like Lil Skies, but I'd say Juice WRLD, but you know, he's passed away.
Right.
Rest in peace, world. But like Lil Skies, he's a really fun artist. Like, I love his like energy with like his music. Like that vibe is just like so like. Lil Skies is super dope. I would like to collab with him.
Yeah.
Really, like, you know, everyone in my my production team is like super awesome and like super fun to collab with. So like, you know, like Savvy T, Magneener, Savvy Banks. Sorry, that's Banks Music, and DV800, yeah, everybody in my gang is super talented, and they're fun to like, you know, work with.
Okay. So, with that being said, what is your creative process like? Like when you get in that zone? Matter of fact, what was the creative process like when you was finishing the album?
So, when I was finishing the album, I had rough drafts written for all the songs, right? And the creative process I went into, like, you know, some of like the songs, there was a lot of like emotion that, you know, that went into like the initial like startup for like making like the songs, like, you know, how they are. Like I Fly Away was an emotional time when I actually recorded that one, and the process really starts with like an emotion and a feel. You really have. I feel a sense of like reaching out and like advice giving, as well as reciprocation. You know, when I create, so like an emotional like moment, you know, can spark, you know, the creative process for like music. Like so, Posty was a song that I wrote a while ago. That's an emotional song, but like I wrote the lyrics for that one a while ago. I Fly Away was you know, that one had a little bit more of like recent feels on it, and that one was made on the fly. Like I Fly Away, the lyrics were written on the fly, and it was pretty cool. Like I wrote the lyrics when I discovered the beat on that one.
Okay. So, what is one message that you would give to your fans?
One message to my fans is stay lifted, stay gifted. Know your skills and your talents, and really hone in and like make that your driving positivity for like, you know, what you derive for happiness. I always say stay lifted, stay gifted, because it helps you remember that, you know, like I have a lot to give, and you know, I want to, you know, stay happy and positive for, you know, my audience, because I am an entertainer and no one wants to see a sad clown on the stage, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like the fact that like all of your songs on this album is very like there's not one just I guess one vibe. Like there's multiple different vibes of the song. Like I can feel that you really took the time and like really created, you know, like you took time, you know, on this album. Now you said that Fly was, you know, it was done pretty quickly, but I mean it still seemed like you put a lot of effort into it. Are you that type of person where you put a lot of feeling and work and emotion into your craft?
I definitely don't like to put out things that are incomplete. There is emotion and feels to it, but like I don't like put that in the way of like the progress. So like I'll make a song and I'll I'll listen to it and I'll work on it until I like it. And like this album that you've listened to, like I listened to it like over the span of the 9 months where I was producing it, and it's like I made sure that like, you know, this song had the right production behind it, because like there was some aspects on this the song that I wanted to make sure it was fine-tuned so that everything flowed right. And yeah, it was I recorded it and then I listened to it, you know, multiple times, make sure I knew where I wanted to tune up, and you know, make sure I knew where I wanted the effects and everything at. And then it once I, you know, get to that point where I'm just like, all right, I am comfortable with it, that's when it's like, you know, in final draft mode. Okay.
Yeah, Fly Away is definitely my favorite song on the album. Tell me about Space Cowboy. Why did you call it Space Cowboy?
Space Cowboy.
Yeah.
So Space Cowboy.
That sounds fun.
It sounds one of my favorite bands. There's a rap band from back in the day called Steve Miller Band.
Okay.
They have a song called The Joker, and in the very beginning, it's like, some people call me the Space Cowboy.
Yeah. Okay.
Some call me the Gangster of Love. Some people call me JMac.
Okay.
But yeah, like the reason why I called it that was because of that song. In the song, it doesn't really reference like the word Space Cowboy, but like when I wrote all the lyrics to that, I started out, it was like just Buzz Lightyear. I was like, all right, I'm going with the Buzz Lightyear vibe. So like it's gonna be in space. You know, the rest of this lyric is gonna be written like it's gonna be like in space, right? So like after like the first line in Space Cowboy, it's just like nothing about Buzz Lightyear anymore. It's just like getting fucked up in space, hanging out with the fucking the Saturn rings.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a good fun track. Yeah. Did you make a video to that?
I want to make a video to that. That was the first song I wanted to make a video to.
Yeah, I think you definitely should make a video to that.
I had a plug for a videographer that I met in Westlake out there in California, and I would really like to work with him for Space Cowboy on that one.
Okay, man.
But to go into like the lyrics on Space Cowboy, literally just like dreams of a sailor in the United States Navy. I was in boot camp using my my boot camp notebook, writing down like lyrics and stuff, and I wrote that whole rap in my boot camp notebook.
Okay,
and
man.
After like 5-6 years later, I come into Hollywood and I discovered this beat on YouTube by a producer named Guala Beats. So that's who the producer is for that song. And I listened to that beat and I was like, wow, like I want to use this in my song or in my album. And I'm going through all my notes, dude, like, you know, trying to figure out what I want to put on it. And I find my old notebook. I start reading the lyrics to that beat. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
It was really cool how I like correlated like a lyric I wrote in 2013 with a beat I discovered in 2019. It was pretty awesome.
So, matter of fact, let's talk about lyrics. So, you are that type of artist where you have notebooks laying around and you write. Okay, so I imagine that you got a whole bunch of lyrics stuffed in a good journal. Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
so
I write a lot.
Okay, that's good. So, what's going on in the future? What are you gonna be having done in the future? What's next? How about that? What's next? With these journals
work on JMac
full of lyrics.
While I was in this quarantine period that we're currently in,
right?
I think that I want to go into my notes to like get some like songs written, but like I also have been making a lot more like positive flow with just like, you know, how I've been like rhyming and singing like in today's like, you know, time right now. Like I have been feeling super good, and so like I've been wanting to like write some new lyrics based on like, you know, how I've been feeling today. And that's really what my music is basically reciprocating my energy on how I'm feeling. Okay. And like, I want to make sure that like, you know, the way that I'm feeling is I want other people to feel like how I'm feeling, and I don't ever want to feel bad. That's where I want my album to go. Like, I want to make sure that the album I'm creating is all me, but also like all shit that can be reciprocated in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Okay. So the song "Timeless" featuring Mix, is it Gex?
Miss Gex.
Mix Gex. That sounds the beat on "Timeless." It's out there. I like it. You know.
Yeah, I produced the beat on that one. And Sarah Gex actually wrote the lyrics to her verse. Okay. I met Miss Gex in a Lyft ride as I was working one day, and I got her contact information. And eventually, I just told her, I said, I'm gonna front you the beat, and I just want you to write anything. I wanted to give you your creative freedom to like write what you want just on this, based on how you like you feel on it. So she had like a week and a half before I scheduled a studio time for her. Brought her into the studio and recorded her verse. Only took like 2 takes. Only took 2 takes on it, and she was a very fresh artist. She, you know, I assumed it was like one of her first studio recordings, because like after we were done, I was like, all right, we're all done. That's all I needed. After that, I'm gonna work on it and get it done. She's like, oh okay. And then yeah, after that we hung out, and then I took her home. That's what that song is I really, really, really liked her verse on it, because I hate fake feelings. Right. When I heard her verse on it, I was like, I feel that. On her lyrics, I was like, I feel that.
Right. Okay, so the last song that I had a question about, it has a star by. I guess it's supposed to be like one of your hit songs, right? Do You Love Me? I like Do You Love Me. It's okay. First of all, how old is this song for real? Is it old? Is it something that you created back a long time ago?
So Do You Love Me was produced by Guala Beats. I think he produced that in like 2018 or 2019. That song, the lyrics were made. I wrote the lyrics in 2019. It's a fairly new song. Yeah, that song all had new vibes on it. Like, I liked it because it had that ukulele in it. And I was stationed in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, and when I heard that song, I was like, I like that ukulele. I'm going to put an island vibe on that one. Okay, yeah. It definitely has that vibe.
And that's why I say this album is so uniquely original, you know, creative type of shit. Like, you just a big ball of creativeness on this album.
It really is just like big ball of free.
Yeah, I like it, man. You keep doing your thing. So anything else you want to let us know what you got coming up or anything before we get off here?
Yeah, so What I would like to say is I am looking to get more venues booked. I'm trying to do a lot more performances. I'm trying to take this album on tour. I'm currently in Indiana right now, and the way it's looking, I'm trying to get a couple of bars booked, trying to get some hometown locals on my beats, and trying to make my album more known, more widely. Trying to go trying to go wide. It's what they
mainstream.
taught me in life insurance. It's like, don't try to drill in on like the craft, or don't try to drill in on the really in-depth stuff. Go wide with like your customer base. Like, that's what I'm trying to do with my album. I'm trying to go wide, trying to expand it all over America. Like, I'm thinking about trying to do some venues here in Indiana. I want to do some in Seattle as well, and I'll be coming back in Hollywood in October, and I'm going to be trying to book some venues there as well then.
Okay. Well, thank you for, stopping through the late night talk show, man. Anytime you need us to promote any stuff, I don't care if it's a piece of single or a half a single, or you just want to let people know that you got music on the way, my DMs is always open, man. You're more than welcome to come by and promote your album or anything that you got going on. Okay, so I really appreciate this time, man. So you guys make sure y'all hit up
DJ Joe Brown.
No problem, man. Make sure y'all hit up JMacHeartAttack3 on all social media platforms and music platforms. Thank you so much, man. Y'all, welcome to the late night talk show. It was definitely brought to you by DJ Joe Brown Productions. We just got done doing an exclusive interview with JMac himself. Go check it out on all social media platforms and music platforms. And we definitely gonna be playing his music on our playlist. All right. So thank y'all for tuning in to the late night talk show. All right, JMac, I'll catch you later, man.
Bye, guys. Bye, gang. Bye, DJ Joe Brown.
All right, man.
Don't stress, you're doing just fine. Try to maintain your peace of mind. Everything left inside of the dust is just rain. So all it is pain and gain. So don't stress, you're doing fine. It's all a test and you can see the signs. You gotta make sure you're just fine. It's all life, no lies. Ooh.